Hi guys, and welcome to another video. In today's video I will be showing the process for creating one of my Instagram comics. This one is to do with Trump, and it was made a while back. Actually, it was around the election time when he lost and couldn't admit to it. I thought it was kind of ridiculous, so I decided to make a comic on it. This particular comic was made in Adobe Illustrator. It was around the time when I was unfamiliar with the program and was therefore practicing with the different comics I had done for Instagram. I won't be going through my process for inking and coloring this particular comic because I do have a tutorial where I show you how to do just that on my YouTube channel. I'll link it on the iCard button, which appears on the top right hand corner, as I'm sure everybody knows by now. With this comic, when it came to drawing it out, I did combine tracing and just drawing naturally. Usually I steer clear of tracing and only rely on it when I'm copying and pasting something I have already drawn myself. But on this occasion, I didn't want to spend time learning how to draw Trump's face, so I just decided to trace a lot of his features and draw the rest of it. So for example, his body, I just draw myself. Honestly, this is one of those comics where I wanted the message for the comic to be heard, but I didn't particularly care about the process. If I cared about Trump, then I would have made an effort to draw it completely by hand, but I'm sorry, I just do not care about him, as you can probably tell by what this comic is about. So for those of you who are a fan of Batman or just are familiar with The Killing Joke, I think you might recognize that the comic I've come up with is partially a parody of that, especially the third panel where you get to see the asylum, except I did rename my asylum just to make it a little bit more accurate for Trump. And also in the third panel, you see that I added some laughter in there. It's also another Batman reference, so if you can figure out where I got it from, please comment it below and I will let you know if you got it right or not. With the colouring of this comic, I kept it simple, namely I didn't add any shading in, and the reason for this was because the comic was very time sensitive. Obviously, the longer it would take for me to upload it, the less relevant it would become for the time period, and that's why it was kept very simple, but ultimately I think it looks fine the way it is. I'm happy to keep it like that, and the final version that you see will also be up on Redbubble, so if, like me, you find the comic funny because you're not quite a fan of Trump, then maybe you'd want this. I'm a huge fan of sequential art, which is what comic book art and manga art is. It's storytelling with pictures where you can pretty much figure out what's happening from panel to panel, even without any text. So anytime I get an opportunity to make a comic, I'm actually really happy about that. However, at this point in time, I think I'm lacking in my drawing skills, which is why I'm not able to produce comics as quickly as I would like. So in the future, I hope that the Sketchbook Slam Challenge, which I'm currently doing, will help me speed up my process so that I can create more comics in the future. For now, I'll just stick to making these very short comic strips, which I put up on my Instagram. And if you are interested in seeing my comics and my art, the pictures for it anyway, then you can always head over to my Instagram if you want to. I'm going to leave the voiceover here. I don't really have much else to say about this artwork. It's just plain simple, and the process for creating it has been mentioned before on my channel, so I don't really think I need to go into any more detail. So I'll just say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.